Have me on mute. Good evening, good evening. Welcome, family. Welcome to my channel, The Underrated Darkness. Yours truly, the underrated one. One of the best case secrets on YouTube. Hold on for 1 second. Let's see, check this out. Yeah, one of the best case secrets on YouTube. We got another one. Family, we got to do better now. I will explain part 5. Got a quiet few. Got a quiet few to show tonight. Let me read this out. Come enjoy a real conversation with the number one grinder, us as the righteous ones individually. Let's make a change within ourselves and genuine being there for each other. We all we got. Yeah, we all we got. Hit this. I'll put this on there. Hope everybody doing all right. We're gonna put on this hit you with this intro. We're gonna get it on. Be back. Good evening, good evening. Welcome back, Commander Lou. Welcome, family. Welcome. Glad that you and the family is okay. Welcome back. Oh, see you more. I know you're busy and everything. You owe me a chopper. All right, so hit me up when you're ready. Let's get one in before the year's out. All right, but welcome, y'all. This is family. We got to do better now. I will explain. This is part 5. Um, I'm gonna show y'all some slides. Let me see. Hold on for 1 second, please. See. Yeah. Hold on 1 second. What's going on here? Okay. All right. So something blacked out. But but the thing is, before I started, I tried to wait for some more people to come because I don't want to stop. I don't want to keep them going, do it and then stop and stuff like that. So, um, the slides I'm gonna show you that I put up and everything. Some of them I already seen. Probably some did see, but there's others that is time telling that we need to pay attention. We need to pay attention very, very carefully because things is happening out here is not it's not in our favor as a people. And especially us as black men, we're under attack. You know, we don't stick together. But we're gonna give about another minute and a half or two. Then we're gonna get this going. I ain't trying to, I ain't gonna keep you up all night. I'm not want to do that, but I got quite a few that I want to show y'all. Each one, I'm gonna explain it. That's tough. So, but I'm glad everybody. I hope everybody's okay. Even your haters. I hope you and y'all and your family's okay. Though. Also, I did morning real talk part 40 this morning. Want you to go check it out. It was pretty good. It was very, very good. Check it out. Want y'all to check it out. It's on my channel. I want y'all to check it out. Want y'all to check it out. Well, let me show y'all. The Miss, she homemade baked this cake. She homemade baked this cake. See? That's what she did. See that? Well, we have probably gone, but she baked me the cake. Yeah. And let me say this though. I know there are some brothers know. They say ain't no good black woman out there, and then also ladies say ain't no good black man out there. Yes, it is. Got search. Got search. Is very important. Well, let's get it going. Good evening. My name. Good evening. My channel is Underrated Dark. This is yours truly, the number one grinder, one of the best kept secrets on YouTube, the best of the business. And we're gonna go hit some slides. Now, again, these slides I did show of past live, but I keep it because I feel it's very appropriate. And I pull up some new ones for y'all a few hours ago. So there's quite a few. So the ones who come late, they just gotta catch on the rewind. Here goes the first one.
That guy, he's something special. He has been through the worst of times. But his heart, oh my gosh, his heart is just beautiful. He cares for everyone around him. He's been through more than anyone could ever imagine. But he's still smiling. He knows pain, and that's why he's always making others laugh. Because seeing people smile means everything to him.
Take this off. See that? Gotta smile sometimes through the pain. But see, like, sisters don't respect us, especially us as black men. That's why we got to keep on pushing. That's why we got to identify the pain and get better. Because we're never going to be, it ain't going to be fair for us. It ain't going to be fair, but it's not, it doesn't mean that everybody could say what they want to do whatever they can. No, I'm not saying that, but just have a clear mind. Have a clear mind. And I understand the pain because I'm a man. I understand. And I just want to let y'all know, on this channel, y'all respected. Y'all are very respected. And any woman that stick with the man, you are respected here too. Yeah. It sure don't. Yeah. They think it does, but that's another one. That's an excellent point though, Brother Lou. That's an excellent point. No,
don't talk to Kyrie by himself. He can go and look at the horror of the Holocaust. Why don't you come and look at the horror of what your parents have done to black people in America and throughout the world? Why don't you come and study and repent of your evil to us? Then maybe we can sit down and have a talk like civilized human beings. You have them on a leash. And whenever somebody like Kyrie or Ye rise up and you don't like it, you pull the chain. So we run out and dog our own brother because he did something for a principle.
Again, there are some that I already shown Saturday, but I leave them up. But I got some new ones, but I got quite a few. So just bear with me. Before we continue, Bronx Bird, thanks for shouting me out. Peace to you. Sister Coco Tina, thanks for coming. Very much appreciated. Now we're gonna keep on going here and on to the next.
Ooh, damn. Ooh. Oh, baby, why you have to do me like that?
Cause that back is sweet.
It's blown. That's what it is. My king. Yes. Wait, sugar baby, I got something for you. Here, go get that PS5 you always wanted, and go get my little man something too. Have a good day.
Will do.
Now, before I continue, I show that salute to Absalom Pinkett, salute to Jay Forrest. How you doing? Hope that you. How you, Jay? You look familiar. Hope that you subscribe to the channel. I showed that with the miss this past Saturday night, and I kept it before we continue, because like I said, I got quite a few, so bear with me. But I put it up there to try and make a point that, hey, y'all women out there, your old fogies in your 40s and your 50s, you're set in your own ways. You don't want to work out. You don't want to do that. You know what these grannies doing? These grannies, sooner or later, start having relationships with these younger guys. They don't see them like, oh, Uncle Pond, like as you see right there. There's going to be a shift. Because granny going to the gym, she working out. She even healthy. And also she's seeing how your women treat these men. You don't think she's gonna get her game up? I believe. I'm seeing. I believe these like hit and run. These hit and runs gonna turn relationships. So young women out there, oh, I don't like this man. I don't like. Okay. When Granny starts showing, like, see her figure, Granny start looking good. Y'all say, whoa, yeah, I already said that years ago. I'm telling y'all, I'm telling you. Because Granny is lonely too. And the men that she was with, like older her, she don't want to deal with that. Because she feels she got some years at to travel, spend time with each other. Thank you, Crafty Rose. Iceman in the building. Salute to you, brother. Salute to you. Excellent win. And Jay Forrest in the building. Jay Forrest in the building. Yeah. But it's very important. It's very important that I'm saying, because they looking. And it goes vice versa too. So I'm gonna talk more about that in the near future. I will. Probably after New Year's. Probably do a series on them. All right. Here's the next one.
Where were you when I was a kid?
Facts.
Figuring out that 300 million of my ancestors are buried in America.
Wow.
Where were you guys asking those same questions when I was a kid learning about the traumatic events of my familial
Facts.
history and what I'm proud to come from and why I'm proud to stand here and why when I repeat myself that I'm not going to stand down, it has nothing to do with dismissing any other race or group of people. I'm just proud of my heritage and what we've been through. And,
that's why they attacked him.
The fact that I'm here answering questions of whether or not I'm sorry or not on something I didn't create.
Yep.
And it was something I shared, and I'm telling everybody I'm taking responsibility, then that's where I sit.
Yep.
These same questions that you guys ask, me dealing with it as being a melanated, pigmented person all around the world and dealing with racial biases against my skin color.
Wow.
Demeaning me because of my religious beliefs.
Right.
And I'm still sitting in the seat standing.
Right.
But I also am a human being that's 30 years old, and I've been growing up in a country that's told me that I wasn't worth anything, and I came from a slave class, and I come from a people that are meant to be treated the way we get treated every day.
Right.
So I'm not here to compare anyone's atrocities or tragic events that their families have dealt with. It's unfortunate timing that we're in, but I'm glad that I could stand on the truth, because I'm not afraid of these mics, these cameras. I used to be looking everyone in the eye and telling them the truth, that I'm proud of who I am. Any label that you put on me, I'm able to dismiss because I study. And why they say, if you want to trick a black person, put it in the book. I was wondering my whole life why they said that. Now I'm 30 years old, and I know reading is a superpower because it helps me understand where I'm going and where I come from. Like a tree with roots.
Ready to take this off. Um, Again, good evening. Welcome to my channel, The Underrated Darkness. Yours truly, the underrated one. Please engage. Please engage. You know, reading is fundamental. Yes, you're right, Sister Coco Tina. See, us as black people, we so separated that we make it an excuse. We don't even make an attempt to just agree or disagree with each other. And the same ones that is causing this, these are the ones that hurt us in their own way, enslave us in their own way. These are the same ones, guys. Reparations over the mass of Africans around the world, even especially this country. And what Kyrie did wrong. No. Now this one that I'm gonna show you. I showed he was by himself, but on TikTok this is like a duet. So basically it's like the second time. So here it goes.
Let me start off by saying that I agree 100% with what this commenter is saying. It is because of the tireless efforts, the blood, sweat, and tears of the African American community, the black community of this country, that other minorities like Latinos, like Asians, like Jewish people, like women, etc., have been able to enjoy certain rights and certain freedoms. It is because of the tireless efforts of black leaders and black organizations like MLK, like Malcolm X, like the Black Panther Party, like the NAACP, and so many more, that we as Latinos, as a minority, at least in the scope of this conversation, are able to enjoy so many freedoms. The freedom to not be discriminated against for being Latino in our employment, in buying a house, in starting a business, in voting, and so many more things, guys. Segregation was ended by the efforts of black people. Education, things like affirmative action, that is all due to the efforts of black people, guys. And yet, in the comments of this original video, I'm seeing so many Hispanics being like, oh, what she said wasn't racist, or that, oh, yeah, they were just having casual conversation. All of my Hispanic parents talk like that. My family, come on, that's like normal. It's not like that. No, we need to erase that way of thinking. That just because the elders in our family, los viejos, mi mami, tu papi, tu abuela, tu abuelo, tío, tía, no. We need to get that chip of racism and colonization out of our heads. And I'm not afraid to say it, and I don't care about anybody's opinion. This is an objective fact. A lot of Latinos are racist towards black people and other races, but in particular are anti-black. It's literally ingrained in our culture, in the phrases that a lot of Hispanic people use. I'm not going to say them because they're very offensive, but obviously my fellow Latinos saben muy bien de lo que yo estoy hablando. So no, what Martinez said is not okay. It is racist and disgusting. A lot of the Latinos in my comments wouldn't be saying that this was okay if the shoe were on the other foot and they were being discriminated against. And Latinos were being talked about. Mexicans, Central Americans, South Americans, Caribbean Latinos, blah, blah, all that. It would be a different story. Y'all would not have this energy. If you're a first-gen Latino like me and you hear your fellow Latinos, either your friends or your family members, relatives, whatever, say racist, homophobic, misogynistic things, check them. Don't allow for them to continue with that mentality and think it's okay to be like, oh yeah, in a joking manner, because it's not, guys. It's really not. If Latinos are ever to progress as a people, we need to remove the chip of colonization and of self-hatred for indigenous people and black people out of our heads, installed into our heads by the Spaniards, by the Portuguese, and by the French. And finally, just respect black people, y'all. Respect them, because the contributions that they've made to our rights, we enjoy more so than them. Latinos and other minority groups are more privileged than black people, despite them fighting for these rights in the first place.
You hear that? Hear that, y'all? We still dealing with them. We still dealing with it right now. We are. On to the next.
Look, ladies, I get the whole body positivity thing, but keep that same energy. Some of y'all be acting like nobody's ever said nothing nice to you ever. Women have never been unfuckable. There are websites dedicated to every variation of y'all. BigBitches.com, UglyHeifers /stankmouth.com, RaggedyHoes Ain't Got No Feet.org, Double Amputee Bald-Headed Midgets.gov. All I'm saying is there's nothing that excludes you from the pipe show. You feel me? There are websites that are dedicated to women who are terminally ill and just want to banging before they go. And there's always a dude on the website willing to put in that work, though. I'm just saying, while we might rank women, we don't exclude them. Just because I said that she a 10 and she a 2, don't mean I won't bang the hell out that 2. Matter of fact, I might do the 2 first because ugly bitches fuck you back. Them dime pieces are starfish because it's exhausting.
Yeah, that's funny, right? Want throw, yeah, stank mouth. To throw a little humor in it. But I want you to engage. Please engage. Do engage. All right. So this is gonna be 2 minutes, 28 seconds. Be back.
I debated whether or not to make this video, and I decided to go ahead and do it. I have been processing what's happened as a result of the midterm elections, and while I think that it wasn't anywhere as bad as it was expected to be, I have to say, white women, I am thoroughly disgusted and fed up with you. You're the first ones to scream out for help from the Black and people of color communities, and the last one to do anything to help anyone else but yourselves. 72% of white women voted for Republicans, knowing that they plan to do away with Social Security, Medicare, Medicaid, knowing that they're planning a nationwide ban on your body, meaning you don't get to tell them what to do, what you're going to do with your body anymore. I mean, that's gone. And oh yeah, when they decide that everybody has to get vaccinated because that's what's best for everybody else, you no longer have the right to say no, because that's what Roe v. Wade was about. But I digress. Shame on you. Shame on you. I hope that you never have to face the horrors of what is to come because of your inability to see past your own needs. I don't understand it. And here's what's so funny. You think you're safe. You think it won't affect you. You think that's somebody else's problem. Well, karma has a way of dealing with that. With that said, you don't have any friends anymore as far as I'm concerned. You're on your fucking own. Good luck.
Take this off. Now, you hear that, right? Oh, white men don't talk about black. How do you feel? You heard it. You heard it. You heard it. Get it together. All right, on to the next.
White hate? Sweetie, you have no idea what it's like to be hated for your skin color. And while I'm sorry your child feels this way, you can blame your people for that. That is not the fault of the BIPOC community. See, our children have been made to feel bad about their skin color since the moment your ancestors stepped foot on stolen land. Your people hate us simply because we were darker than them. Your people enslaved us. Your people murdered us. Your people rewrote history to make them look like the good guys when they weren't. Your people called us savages and uncivilized. They forced us to assimilate to their way of life. Any hate you feel is because of what your people instilled into this society. We can't be racist to you because we have no power. We can be prejudiced, but we can't oppress you. And in order to be racist, you have to be able to oppress. With that being said, white women have constantly thrown BIPOC women under the bus. During the women's suffrage movement, it was Black women who was the backbone for getting you your right to vote. But all the credit was given to white women. And when Black women didn't get a right to vote, white women stopped fighting for us. And BIPOC women had to continue to fight for the next 45 years to get their right to vote without the help of white women. Sure, a few of you guys stepped in to help, but the vast majority of you had nothing to do with us and still don't. We have been doing this on our own for generations. We don't need your help, but you have always needed our help. We will be fine without you. We know how to take care of our own. Y'all will have to figure it out for yourselves now. And until y'all actually start fighting for us, we don't need you. This has never been a give and take relationship. It has always been y'all taking and taking and taking from us without giving anything in return. Y'all are sealing your fate. We will be just fine.
Let me take this off. Yeah. Welcome, Brother Calling. Welcome, welcome, welcome. Let me read. He said it was taught by Spanish, Portuguese, and French. What he's saying is that Christians taught racism, period, call it as Christianity. Okay. Let me get back. This we got a few, so like I said, please engage, please engage. Ain't gonna be I want at first I wanted a panel discussion, but I ain't gonna be no panel discussion. So please engage in the chat. Please engage and please stick to the topic. Another one, be back.
I just want to add one thing to my video last night. You saw how many white women voted for Trump, and you saw how many white women voted against Stacey Abrams. White women were never going to vote for Stacey Abrams. White women don't want a black woman over them upsetting the hierarchy of supremacy. But even more than that, white women are scared of black women. We fear them. And the reason we fear them is because we know that they are free. We know that they are strong. We know that they are much better than us when it comes to supporting each other and being authentic and being real and speaking their truth. And we don't like that because we know that we should be doing that, but we're not. So yeah.
You said that's a dude. Look, but I say this. See, that's the media. They don't want you to hear that one. Yeah. She's not the only one saying that, Brother Conley. She's not the only one saying this. Trust me. I just pull it up. And I was saying maybe because I was going to analyze it Now it's like maybe she's not, but she's not the only one saying that. Trust me, she's not the only one saying that. So I don't know. In this USA, anything don't surprise me. That's the way I look at it. Anything don't. I still got. Let me see. Well, I still got quite a few. All right, on this one's gonna be a little over 3 minutes. Um, engage, family, engage. That's a good question. Where the black woman freedom? On to the next.
This is a great question. So what happens to Dominicans when they come to this country and they realize that white people do not accept them as white, and they've already made a decision that they don't want to be black because they recognize what the black experience is, what the black struggle is, how much they are at a disadvantage. What they cling to as a defensive response is their nationality. They cling to their Dominicanness, which is called Dominicanidad. Dominicanidad is a very strong sense of pride in your country as a Dominican. It's a strong sense of pride in your Dominican culture, your Dominican identity. So when Dominicans get to that place where it's like, okay, I feel pressured by the black community to say that I'm black, but I don't want to be that. And then the white people are rejecting me. So it's like, forget the both of y'all. Forget y'all white people, forget y'all black people. I'm Dominican, that's it. And that is how they just separate themselves from the whole race issue that they are faced with coming to this country. Because in their minds, it's like, in my country, I don't have to deal with this. In my country, it is my complexion and my phenotypes that define who I am racially. This doesn't make sense to me. I don't like this whole system that you guys have here. So you know what? Forget the both of y'all. I'm Dominican. That's it. Plain and simple. But the thing that happens is that even in doing so, you will see a lot of Dominicans that will still try to find ways to appeal to white norms, to appeal to white society, where they'll begin to either, change the way that they look, or find ways to connect with white people so that they could feel like they have at least some level of acceptance. Because from the door, if you come from a background where you already were not very educated, which is the case with my family comes from the poor class in Dominican Republic. My parents came here with 6th and 8th grade education, so they were already at a disadvantage. So once people already know, okay, you don't speak my language, then it's like right off the bat there's already discrimination because I don't speak the language. So you already have that layer of discrimination taking place. And then to add to it, to even claim black or say that you're black, forget it. It's like, to Dominicans, like, how can I survive in a country like this? So they'll look for ways to still appeal to white norms. And examples of that will be like dyeing your hair blonde, or let me dye my hair red. Let me put on some contacts. Let me just build a relationship with these white people that I'm working for, and, start to share things about my family. Show you a picture of my grandfather who's from Spain. Let me show you a picture of my grandmother who was from France. Or, look, you see, this is my sister. Yeah, she got, blonde hair and blue eyes. It's just ways of trying to find a way to connect, to achieve a level of respect and success in their eyes, where they can live in a place where they can still stand out from Black America.
Get this off. Again, everybody, thank you. This is what I'm saying. All right. Before I continue showing more stuff. Anything that deals with Africa, our brothers and sisters overseas, they don't have no knowledge with it. They don't even want to acknowledge that our contributions in this country. But they're not the only ones. So the way I look at it, y'all can go ahead. You know what I mean? Because see, Africa, we as black people in this country, we are the most hated. We are the most disfranchised. I mean, hurting ourselves ain't gonna help. But I'm talking about the bigger picture. No? So we'll go to the next one.
I got a man. I take care of my man. I take care of his kids. I clean his house. I cook his food. That's for the family, sugar. That ain't for him. What you do for him? I'm gonna hurt somebody's feelings with that one. Because a lot of times y'all be sitting there like I'm taking care of his kids. I'm raising his kids. They your kids too, baby. You doing that for the family. That ain't for him. What you do for him? You losing your man because you ain't doing that for him. I'm going to tell you the truth. I'm going to tell y'all the truth. You're not going to like that. I'm going to tell you the truth. You want the world from him. You won't give him anything. I'm telling y'all.
No what? She on point. She on point. What that means, Commander Lou? I got to tell what it means. All right, on to the next.
Okay, I'm gonna go on a bit of a rant because I just saw a video posted about this. And so 3 nights ago, I was watching the news, as I do, and big fucking mistake. And there was a news story about a man who came to Canada at 16, worked his entire life until he was about 45, 50 years old. He had a traumatic work accident, which left his spine crushed and in unbearable pain. So now he is, after working his entire life, coming to Canada, he never got married, never had kids. He is now on ODSP. And what the news story was about was showing the struggle he's going through, but that's not the worst of it, folks. Struggling so hard that he's living with 3 other fellas on ODSP. He's showing the groceries he could afford per week, which were basically nothing. And I understand because I am on OW as a single mom who doesn't receive child support, and I have to use the food bank to barely supplement what I get because they give me $757 for 3 people to fucking live on. Anyways, this man's landlord sold the house and he had been looking for 6 months for somewhere that he could afford to live on ODSP, and he couldn't find anything. Nothing. So next month he will be homeless. So instead, because he lives in chronic pain and he's Canadian, he has signed up for MAID, medical assisted death, and he is going to get that death because the government would rather the ODSP people sign up for MAID and die than take care of their own Canadians. I am someone who has just found out that I have a medical condition that will prevent me from being able to work full time in the next 10 years, and I am going to be in too much pain to work. And it's making me think, if I didn't have my grandparents, my stepdad that I live with, I would be the person, me with 2 children, nowhere to go, all the women's shelters are full, the housing list for emergency housing is 7 to 10 years where I live. And you know what they do for people like me? Nothing. They would rather a Canadian who came here from another country for a better life, they would rather have him get a medical assisted death at 65 years old than help him find somewhere to live in a country where he thought he would have a better life. And the woman looked at him and said, "Do you want to die?" He started bawling. "I don't want to die, but I don't want to be homeless either. That's even worse." What a disgusting country we live in right now.
People be thinking that yeah, damn, yeah, Bronx, but damn, see, we ain't the only country. Canada, yo. But they don't want to tell you that, though. After this, we got 3 more. Thanks y'all for so much. Thanks y'all for so much. This could be a little 3 minutes, but definitely want y'all to check it out. It's a little 3 minutes. Be back.
I'm not going to say that this video has any educational purposes because honestly, like most of you, since last night when the results were announced and all throughout the night, my biggest thought has just been, what the fuck? What the fuck? So let's talk about it. Let's talk about it. Because I am so confused. As someone who was raised Christian, why any of what we're about to talk about has even taken place. Like, I'm so shocked and in awe. Georgia. You had a huge Christian Republican turnout, right? And you elected Marjorie Taylor Greene as representative for Georgia. You elected a woman who's been caught committing voter fraud this year. A woman who committed adultery and cheated on her husband. A woman who lied on the stand not only about her knowledge of January 6th, but also how closely she's related to the Proud Boys. She assaulted an 18-year-old journalist just last month. Boy, you did that, Georgia. But really, here's what's getting my blood boiling about Georgia. Herschel Walker got a 48.5% vote. Okay? Raphael Warnock, yes, he did win with a 49.4% lead. Georgia, you were just 1.5% away from electing a woman-beating, deadbeat, violent, womanizing piece of shit over an actual preacher. A man who has dedicated his life to your religion, your God, your way of life. You were ready to put a deadbeat piece of shit ahead of him. You Christians voted for an abusive man over a preacher. An ex-football player who admitted that he was afraid he was going to kill his own wife. You people wanted to elect over a pastor. Texas, after everything that's been going on, after the people have been crying out, you still elect Abbott. Ohio, DeWine is ancient and useless. You didn't get enough of him and his screw-ups during COVID when healthcare workers weren't being paid enough. He failed to serve his people during a pandemic. And then, on a live interview, DeWine couldn't answer the question whether a 10-year-old should be required to carry her rapist's baby or not. He refused to answer. That's who you elected. Pennsylvania, you were close. Fetterman won. However, to the 47.1% of you who voted for Dr. Oz, you voted for a man who just last month had a rally in front of Hitler's actual car. There's a real epidemic in this country.
Excuse me. That's telling, right? I'm with you, Commander Lou. I'm with you. I'm that way too. This is going to be 3 minutes.
I'm not afraid that it's going to teach children that they're racist.
I'm sorry. This is going to be a little 3 minutes, and I'll be right back. After this, we got 2 more. We got another one close to 3 minutes and another one over 3 minutes. No worries, yo. No worries. Here you go.
Not afraid that it's going to teach children that they're racist. They're afraid it's going to teach those children that their parents are racist.
Oh, it's absolutely parents not wanting to be held accountable by their own children, but it's a lot more than that too. The problem is that those who are still teaching their children racism, there's a lot of things that they know that everybody else that is just like accidentally racist, which I don't know which one's worse, that white people don't even realize. For instance, have you guys ever seen this picture? Yeah, that's a YMCA camp in the 60s. They don't want kids to realize that picnic comes from lynchings. They don't want kids to know that the roots of this country are sociopathic, violently sociopathic. This is Lyncher's Landing. That's what this is. This is a cannibal. This is a vampire's nest. It always has been. The natives didn't call us white devil because they're racist. Have you ever heard of the LaLaurie Mansion or Madame LaLaurie and the experiments she did on her slaves? They don't want you to understand that all the lynchings that happened after slaves were freed. They don't want you to know that people in your bloodline, that white or just white people in general, used to get together on the weekends just to commit serial murder together as a group, as a party. Call it a picnic. For real, that's what happened. All the time. We were a sociopathic culture. And they don't want you to know things like this because you might question other things that have been created on the foundation of those things. Like if you knew that all the Ivy League colleges that exist right now are, like, the Ivy League term comes specifically from institutions that dedicated themselves to the study of eugenics. They were given that privileged term. Harvard was number one. Number one. You can go look it up. They've written papers admitting it. Oh, and you can go online to the American Eugenics Society page, because yes, the American Eugenics Society is a long-standing thing. Go look up the last name of some of the billionaires very involved in things in the world right now. You will find some interesting documents that are public records on that page. They don't want you to know that white people in America were sociopaths, that this is a United States of sociopaths. Because every sociopath left over from that reign of terror will suddenly have a whole lot of people willing to hold them accountable. Entire industries would suddenly be questioned because of what their roots are now seen and exposed as. It's a lot. So much more than just embarrassed parents, I promise you. In fact, a lot of those parents, there's keepsakes. Your grandparents have heirlooms from the lynchings that they participated in, or their grandparents, whatever. Look it up. It's not critical race theory. It's historical fact. Colonizers always try to rewrite history, per usual.
This USA, man. This USA. This USA, man. No worries, no worries. I got two more. This one is 2 minutes and 58 seconds, and this one, the last one's a little 3 minutes. Let's go out with a bang.
They say Kanye anti-Semitic. Let's connect the dots. Receipts.
Sorry about that.
They say Kanye anti-Semitic. Let's connect the dots. Receipts. Anti-Semitism. Anti-Semitism. It's a noun. Year 1882. Hostility towards or discrimination against the Jews as a religion, ethnic, or racial group. Anti-Semitic. Anti-Semite. Now, who was the original Semites? Receipts. Semite. Noun. A member of a group of the Semitic-speaking people of the Near East, Northern Africa, including the Arabs, Ethiopian, Hebrews, and Phoenicians. A Jew. Bible, descendant of Shem. Book reference. The Jew, a Negro. Semitic race. Assyrians, Hebrews, and Phoenicians. Now, what is the word Semitic describing? Semitic, adjective, of or relating to the Semites or their languages or culture, of or relating to or being a subgroup of the Afro-Asiatic language group that includes Arabic, Hebrew, Aramaic. So the real Jews are a Jew, an Arab, Ethiopian, Hebrews, Phoenician, and also Afro-Asiatics. According to the Merriam-Webster Collegiate Dictionary, 10th edition, and the American Heritage College Dictionary, recedes all Afro-Asiatics, the Jews, will be considered or described as Egyptians, Berbers, Cushites, Chaldaic subfamilies. So the original Jews was described as Berbers? More, a noun, a member of a Muslim people of mixed Berber and Arab descent, now living chiefly in Northwest Africa. So Afro-Asiatic, Jew, Hebrew, Egyptian, Berber are all Moors? From the Oxford Universal Dictionary, Moor, mixed Berber or Arab race, mostly black or very swarthy, a Negro. So what did they mean by calling these Moorish Berber Jews swarthy? Swarthy, of a dark color, complexion, or caste. So as you can see, the Jewish Semites are the swarthy, of a dark color, complexion, Afro-Asiatic, Egyptian, Berber, Arab race known as Moors. Now that we know the original Semites were dark Arab Moors, the Jews, so who are these imposters trying to cancel Kanye? Can't cancel the truth.
What you said, Commander Lou? Talking Spanish and all that. All right. This gonna be the last one, over 3 minutes. And I close it out.
What it do, what it do. So help me understand this real quick. You can talk about killing black people. You can use the N-word. You can talk about beating women, selling drugs, destruction of your community. It's all right to take all your money and go buy diamonds and gold. You can, in your music, you can say whitey, you can say cracker, you can say kill cracker, you can say kill the police. You can do all that. But if you say that somebody owns something, you get canceled and you get fined and you get shut down. And then if you happen to tweet a link to a movie, I mean, you can tweet a link to say, like, you know, Boys in the Hood or New Jack City, where black people are killing black people all the time. You can, push that, or Scarface, you go ahead and you can push all that. But if you, say anything that, black people are the original actual Jews, and from the 12 tribes, they're not Jewish, they are the actual Jew, then there's a problem. If you don't know now who, since the beginning of this country, has been dividing us, think about it. I want you to think about the roles the Irish, the black, and the Chinese were in since this country was started. They built this country. Look at the role we're still in today. What are we all in? We're in building. We're in like the service industry. We are still in the same roles, just a little more advanced than we were all in since the beginning of this country. Go look at movies like Gangs of New York, where they tell you a little bit of truth. How we were all pushed in the slums together. We weren't even considered human. But now, because everybody's waking up, I mean, think about that. They literally wrote the definition and put it in a book and said, you can't say that we own things or you are a racist. You cannot say that we own things or you are a racist. And now what are they doing to Kyrie and Kanye? Nick Cannon. Get on the stage and we're going to beat you. And we're going to beat you in front of everybody because if anybody else thinks about doing this, they're going to know better. Sound familiar? Sound familiar? What they used to do to slaves back in the day? They take the biggest slave and beat him in front of all the other slaves so nobody else would think about standing up. Wake up, America. But I think we finally have, and they're scared.
Okay, brother Lou. Thank you. Thanks for showing up. Let me get this out. And let me say this. There are certain things he say, but one thing I am disagreeing on that the Chinese and others helped build this country. Africans in this country built this country, and there are other ones had benefited. We have to understand that. Well, I'm getting ready to get up out of here. Anybody that come late, catch it on the rewind. Thank you, Command. Thanks, everybody came through. I did a chopper with Brother Brownsburg almost a week and a half ago. I want you to go check it out. It was last week. I'm sorry, it was last week. I want you to go check it out, yo. Go check it out. And keep on staying with the truth. Keep on staying with the truth. On behalf of my channel, the Underrated Dark is yours truly. The Underrated One. Stay blessed, stay blessed, stay blessed. Good night. This one is Ghost. This one is Ghost. Be good to each other. Ghost.